Here we're going to have our metering device, also called an expansion device. It restricts it from a high pressure liquid to a low pressure saturated mixture. This is going to be our distributor, and these are our distribution tubes going to that evaporator. Behind here, the type of metering device we specifically have is called a fixed orifice or a fixed bore metering device. Here we have a little Teflon seal and this mechanical connection. And if we look right inside this hole, that hole in the very, very center is our metering device. That's what's restricting the flow or metering the refrigerant. So if you look in this, we can see our distributor, and this is just distributing that mixture of refrigerant to the evaporator coil. But this is our fixed orifice, fixed bore metering device, also called a piston. It's just that hole in the very center. It's very, very simple. Now this one, you can see a lot of black stuff on it. That's either because somebody installed this without running nitrogen when they brazed, or it could have had a compressor burnout or even acid in the system. But when I see that, I immediately think, hey, there was a problem, a severe problem with this system. It's got this little seal in here, so when the refrigerant pressure pushes on the back side, it pushes that seal in, so all the refrigerant has to go through just the very, very center. These will also have a number on it. The housing of this one has a number of 060, but the metering device inside will also have a number on it. We'll see if we can find it. And it's just too dirty to really see it, but it'll probably be right along this edge. It's right in here. It's just we can't really make it out. But that's a number. It's going to represent the size of the fixed orifice. So key about how this metering device works. It has a teammate that it works with, and that teammate is the compressor. They're the opposite of each other, but they require each other for that refrigeration system. The compressor takes it from low pressure, low temperature superheated vapor to high pressure, high temperature superheated vapor. It's raising the pressure. The metering device is lowering the pressure. It's having a pressure drop. The compressor is working with vapor only. The metering device is working with liquid and saturation. So the two work as a team have to be matched together. This metering device must be matched with the compressor, and it is critical that they be matched, especially these fixed orifice style metering devices. When you buy an outdoor unit, that's where your compressor comes. It all comes together, and there's going to be information. There's going to be a guide that goes in there with it. Sometimes they even send the new unit with its own exact metering device. It's essential that you use the metering device that came with that compressor in the indoor evaporator coil, or upgrade it to a TXV, which we'll talk about later. But that metering device must match. Now you can go in, you can contact the manufacturer, you can look through the books, they'll have tables and graphs that tell you what number you need with what evaporator coil you're working with, but it's essential you use the metering device for that outdoor unit because this compressor must match this metering device so we have the correct flow of refrigerant. If that metering device is too small, you're going to end up with a restriction. You're going to end up with too much pressure on this side and too low of a pressure on this side. If that metering device is too big, you're going to have a too low of a pressure on this side and too high of a pressure on this side. So to keep the system balanced, that metering device is essential that it does match. So check your RTFM, read the fabulous manual that comes with your outdoor unit. And even if we have an older unit that didn't have the manual, we can look this information up. There's several apps now that have access to the manufacturer's information, as well as we can contact the manufacturer and we can get those PDFs right to your phone directly. And it is important to make sure that they are matched. We're going to talk next about how to charge a system with this metering device.